artery called the carotid artery, and so that's what we paid close attention to.
Because the angiogram looked like I had an aneurysm, right? And you thought that's what it was.
MRA, yeah. Okay. So what we did was a regular angiogram, and these are all your blood vessels. That's the right side. That's an artery in the back. Okay, then we do the left side. You can see there.
So you went up through all those areas?
Yeah. And then finally the left side in the back. Okay. After that, we didn't see anything that looked like an aneurysm. So what we did was, you know, it was supposed to be on the right side. I didn't want to miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the catheter back in your carotid artery on the right, and we did something called a spin, or a rotational angiogram that takes a picture every half degree or 180-degree arc around your head. And this is it right here. See how that spins around?
Uh-huh.
And then from that, we still didn't see anything. But one of the things is, see, you've got a lot of little nooks and crannies and curves in your artery right here.
Uh-huh.
It's normal, but some people have that, some people don't, and you can get
Which ones do?
that look like an aneurysm. Okay?
Okay.
And so then from that, I still wasn't satisfied, so this is what we're going to get to now.
Mm-hmm.
We make on a computer a three-dimensional reconstruction of your artery, so I can spin it all the way around. And that's this right here.
And that's what you did?
And that's the 3D reconstruction. Now, normally, most people, the artery comes up and there's a nice little, like a letter C comes around.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got more of a curvy appearance, so that the back part here is higher than this part here. Most people, the back part is lower than this part.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, for us, it just means there's certain considerations we would have to make if we were going to go further in your brain in getting the catheter to go around, but it doesn't have any problem in terms of health or risk or anything else for you. It just doesn't mean anything. And sometimes when you have something like this, it can look aneurysmal. Okay?
Can I take a picture of that?
Sure you can.
I just want to show my husband, he's out of town.
Oh, I see. You want to do a video of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Tell me when
Got
you're
it.
ready, and I'll
Thank
just
you.
spin it all the way around for you. Right? Okay.
okay, then you can talk. Okay. So the wing, show me the wing where it should be a C.
Oh, okay. This here should be, look like the letter C,
Uh-huh.
and your neck is down here, your artery comes up, that's totally normal, and here it just comes up higher than it normally does in a lot of people, just the way you were born. So you have a more of an S configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, and then, well, the only thing we saw is going to be this area right here. Look real close.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it might show up better.
The darkened area?
No, it's the lighter area.
Okay.
So it's going to show up best here. This area right here, see the blood vessel?
Yes.
Okay, this is a normal artery called the posterior communicating artery, but see this little funnel right here at the opening into the artery?
Mm-hmm.
That's called an infundibula. Okay?
The white part there?
Yeah, so right here where the
Uh-huh.
little thing is,
Right.
that's the opening into the artery, and you can see it's a little bit dilated
Mm-hmm.
as you go into it, so it looks like a funnel shape.
Mm-hmm.
Here, 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 okay?
Is that where they thought was close to the aneurysm?
That's
or
what they thought was
that's
an
what they thought it
aneurysm.
was?
But it turns out that that's something called an infundibulum, which is a normal variant that some people have, okay? It doesn't put you at any risk for that becoming an aneurysm. If you had a bleeding in your head that we thought was aneurysmal, and we saw that, we didn't do anything about it because A, if I did, it would leave you paralyzed, and B, we know that it has nothing to do with what's called subarachnoid hemorrhage, okay? So, I think a lot of times we do these angiograms because you see something on MRI or MRA, magnetic resonance angiogram, that looks like it could be an aneurysm, but because we have the ability to take clear pictures and spin them around like this, we're able to a lot of times rule out, things that we thought were aneurysms on the non-invasive imaging. Okay, and that's why you start out with non-invasive imaging, so that you can, rather than make everybody get an angiogram if you suspect has an aneurysm, do the non-invasive part. And if that's totally normal, you don't have to do anything more. If you see something that looks like an aneurysm, then you can do one of these other studies.
Okay. And so, what do you think the pain in my head is? Is it from, could it be like a bruising of the?
No, I don't think so. I think, is this a new headache that you've had?
Yes.
Okay. It's certainly.
Because I normally get it here, and I know that's from my polyps.
Yeah, okay.
But the last couple of days, it's been right down towards the back of my head.
You can get little residual things from an angiogram just because of the dye. And a lot of times if someone gets an MRI right after an angiogram, you see all these, not a lot, but you see 2 or 3 bright spots that weren't there before, which then go away in about a week or so. And some people complain of headache when they get that. It's unclear what they represent. It could even be small strokes that occur as a result of this. You just don't know, right?
Is that something to concern myself with?
It's, again, if you do an MRI on everyone that has an angiogram, they have had no problems, might not even have a headache, and you might see 2 or 3 of these areas in the brain, and they don't mean anything, they go away, and you don't have any neurological symptoms or anything else.
Okay. Because you say stroke, and it's
well, it's one of the risks of doing an angiogram.
Yeah.
And, but that could be a result of the angiogram headaches. It could be stress related to
not hearing my
no
results.
one said anything to you, and then you've been sitting there wondering, what the next step is going to be, which really upset me yesterday when I heard. Because Sharon said to me, Miss Grice, first she said the doctor didn't wanted to wait for the report before deciding next steps. That's what I heard on, I guess, Friday. And I'm going along assuming that you'd been talked to. So then Monday I get a message, Miss Garcia called and she's very upset because no one talked to her. And I said, what do you mean no one talked to her? And then she said, I'm just telling you what I heard, Doc. And so that's why I called you right away and wanted to go to the extra step of actually showing you.
Thank you so much.
Rather than just, if I would have seen you last Monday, I would have said, everything is good. You can go.
Because I waited. I said to the nurse, is the doctor going to come in and talk to me? And she kind of said, well, I heard that everything was clear. So you'll get a report in a couple of days from my primary physician. I called my primary, no, we didn't hear anything.
So that's why he called. But I didn't get the message that, because I was assuming that, my colleague had talked to you, and because I was stuck with 4 cases that day in the OR, 2 of them were emergencies, and I just didn't get out to talk to anybody, basically. So, but in terms of the headache, I think, let's see what happens now that you've seen all of this, okay? This might even be headache treatment for you. Beyond that, it could have just been stress related to not hearing. And have you ever had other headaches besides frontal headaches?
No, I think it's just, there's, years ago I used to get that, where I feel a pain in my head. And it's usually towards the back of the head. And then I got this one, but on Saturday, it came and went, and then it came Sunday, was piercing, and just really bad, where couldn't lay in the right position. I had to lay in the right position not to feel it.
So, headache, there's a spectrum of headache. Everyone hears a tension headache, everyone hears a migraine headache.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably somewhere in the spectrum leaning towards migraine headache.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you get headaches all the time. You might only get headaches once in a great while. The ones you had years ago were probably migraines in
Mm-hmm.
nature. The ones here are probably
Tension.
sinus-related
Yes.
tension.
Right.
And just with what you've gone through for a week, it's not surprising that you would have had a return of this other headache in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you're going to be condemned to a lifetime now of migraine headaches.
Okay.
One of the things to keep in mind if you start getting these again
Mm-hmm.
is to find out what the triggers are. Okay. Now we know what one trigger was.
Okay.
Because stress induces migraine headache. Okay.
Okay.
If you get into periods, and you can think years back when you would get the headaches, what sort of stressors you would
Well, it was
have
like
to
a
deal
death. My father had passed away when I used to get that.
Okay, so if you can identify stressors for a headache,
Mm-hmm.
Not that you ever have to go through either this event or your dad's passing event,
Mhm.
thankfully, in the future. But when you get other stressors and you think, this is kind of the stress I'm under when I have those headaches, the big best advice is make sure that you're tanked up on caffeine every day. Because caffeine is a great anti-migraine drug.
Okay.
They're
Well,
called,
when I was getting these bad headaches before all this, they put me on Excedrin because it has aspirin, Tylenol, and caffeine.
That's the hidden headache.
But then what happened was I went to the allergist and he told me that I have AERD, aspirin exacerbated
I see.
respiratory disease. So I have to stay away from aspirin because I got really sick after
Right.
taking the
Excedrin.
Excedrin for almost
So
a
that,
month.
now you know the key. You just take Advil or Tylenol with green tea.
Green
And
tea's good.
You saved yourself a lot of money, right?
Okay.
Because you don't have to pay for any drugs that have caffeine in it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. So I don't have to worry about my aneurysm.
Don't have to worry about an aneurysm rupture. You don't have to, now you hopefully won't get the headaches. You don't have to worry about where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And you have a key in case you start getting these headaches again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have I haven't had, which is interesting because I haven't had my tension head or because they found out I have polyps up here and in my nose and there's blockage. So I'm on Augmentin or amoxicillin and prednisone
For those.
for those. So I still have a few more days of prednisone to take.
Okay.
But,
And that's the other thing, that the prednisone, not that you want to take that all the time because there's some bad side effects, but if you have allergy-related headaches, there's something called a Medrol dose pack, which is a 7-day taper of steroid, and it works great for allergies.
is that over the counter or?
No, you have to get it from.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
It's called Medrol.
Write that down.
Medrol dose pack.
Metro dose pack. Okay. Because she put me on huge prednisone for 17 days.
Yeah, and it might have been that you used it for that,
Mhm.
but especially if you have a particular time during allergy season where they hit you
Yeah.
kind of bad,
Yeah.
like 7 days of that and it will help.
Okay.
The only issue with short-term steroids, and this is how you've had it, it can make people like goofy,
Mm-hmm.
like they're not totally mad during the time that they're, especially the higher dose,
Yeah.
and it can be a very uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah.
What's called a metrodose?
But MEDROL.
Yeah, it just scares me that I take so much prednisone because they also put me on Q nasal, which I stopped taking because I guess the Q nasal is for straight up steroids, right?
Right.
So they put me on that. The ENT put me on that one, but I stopped taking that while I'm taking this prednisone
Okay.
because
Yeah, and the nasal steroid is different than the systemic steroid.
oh, it is.
Yes.
So should I continue to take that too?
No, I would, yeah, no, after you finish the
Oh, okay.
steroid,
Uh-huh.
you go back to
Go back
nasal
to that.
steroid. The things you hear the bad things about steroids, it's different when it comes to nasal sprays. Okay?
Okay.
They say tend to stay more local, keep local inflammation down as opposed to taking a pill that then is in your whole body.
Yeah.
And it's long-term use of the steroids that causes the problems, not, a month of steroid or whatever, for short-term. It's taking them continually for months at a time that causes people to get all puffy and have all kind of other problems. Okay?
Yeah, no, that has happened to me.
Yeah. And it goes away quickly if it's just on a short-term course. So,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay. Doctor, I appreciate your time.
Oh, sure.
I mean, this has been such a relief for me not knowing,
Of course. And again, I want to apologize for the screw up. It's not what we normally do.
Yeah. No, so I was just telling her how impressed I am with the whole thing. The nurses are friendly. Everybody is so friendly and caring,
Yeah, we started in 2009 and had nothing like this here at that time.
Yeah.
And this all just got built up. We actually just brought on a neurosurgeon from Stanford who has been looking around because he doesn't want academic medicine anymore. And he said coming here, everyone was so focused on the program and making things better that it was a breath of fresh air to him.
No, I'm so blessed. I mean, it's just, I was just telling her, I said, it's just a different scene with everybody. As soon as you walk in the hospital, there's smiles, people care.
Good. I'll make sure I tell the team.
Yeah. No.
And you know what? You can also write to our CEO.
I'm going to definitely do that.
Just let her know the atmosphere when you came in.
Yeah.
Then she'll go back, find out who you were with,
Okay.
go to those people and make sure that
good.
she shares her thoughts with them so that they know too.
Oh, good, because I think everybody deserves that's very, very, very nice.
Good.
It was a great stay.
Good.
And then I went in and